Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a truly heartwarming story about a little girl named Amina. It's a beautifully simple narrative that breaks down how we can understand and teach core Islamic values, focusing specifically on how small, everyday actions carry real, lasting spiritual weight.
But first, I want to hook you immediately with a really profound question. Do good deeds ever just disappear? You know, we spend so much of our lives accumulating physical stuff, right? But what happens to the time and the energy we put into simply being kind? To set the stage for our exploration today, we're going to follow Amina's story to see exactly how the smallest of acts can actually earn huge, everlasting rewards.
Section 1. The Spark of Kindness. Our story opens with our protagonist, Amina, taking her daily afternoon walk to the neighborhood masjid with her father. Now, Amina isn't just zoning out on this walk. She's really observing. She's actively listening to the birds, smelling the flowers, and she practices this active mindfulness by saying Subhanallah. This is a foundational Islamic phrase declaring that Allah is free from imperfection. By looking at nature and saying, essentially, Allah made everything so beautiful, Amina completely transforms a routine walk into this amazing moment of conscious appreciation. Moving on to Section 2. Helping hands. Because her eyes are wide open to the world around her, Amina is perfectly positioned to notice when someone actually needs help. During this walk, she spots an old man really struggling to carry two incredibly heavy bags. And she doesn't just ignore him, she stops and asks her father if they should help.
Her dad uses this as a brilliant teaching moment. He asks her, "Well, what do you think Allah would love?" And Amina instantly remembers this foundational lesson from her Islamic class. The Prophet Muhammad always helped people. That right there is her compass. When she's faced with that choice to step up or just keep walking, she anchors her decision on that exact spiritual example.
So, she goes for it. Amina walks right up, greets the man, and carries one of those heavy bags all the way to his house. In return, the old man makes a heartfelt dua, a prayer or blessing, for her and her entire family. And honestly, this simple exchange makes Amina feel happier than she ever had before. It's that instant, internal joy you get when you just know you did the right thing.
And that internal feeling? It gets powerfully validated later, that exact same evening. The imam at the masjid gives a short reminder saying, Allah loves people who are kind. Every good deed is written by the angels. He emphasizes that every single smile, every helping hand, and every gentle word truly matters and is permanently recorded. None of it is lost. So how does Amina react to this comforting realization? She quietly whispers another essential phrase, Alhamdulillah. This is an expression of deep praise and total gratitude to Allah. She's just so deeply grateful for the Imam's lesson because it completely validates what she did earlier that day. Which brings us to Section 3, the ripple effect. Fast forward to the next day at school. Amina is in class and notices her friend Sarah sitting all by herself. Sarah is feeling really sad, and the reason is super simple. Her pencil broke. Now, to an adult, that might seem small, but to a child, this is a very real moment of distress.
Amina, without even a second thought, shares her own pencil with Sarah. Now, what's really interesting here is how Sarah responds. She replies with this beautiful prayer of her own, Jazakallahu khair, which means, may Allah reward you with goodness. It's this incredible cycle, right? An immediate act of giving met instantly with a spiritual prayer of gratitude. And this brilliantly illustrates the teacher's observation of how one single good deed can quickly inspire an entire room. Watch this. Amina shares her pencil, which prompts a classmate to share his crayons, which then leads yet another kid to share an eraser. It literally spread like wildfire. Through one completely unprompted act of kindness, the atmosphere of the entire classroom is transformed. Let's move to Section 4, a beautiful dream. When Amina goes to sleep that night, her mind starts processing all this kindness from the past 2 days, and it manifests in this vivid dream where she's planting tiny glowing flowers. But these aren't just your standard garden variety flowers. Each one in her dream actually represents a specific, everyday good deed. We're talking helping someone, sharing, smiling, saying salam, reading the Quran, being honest. And as she plants them, each of these everyday actions causes the flowers to shine brighter and brighter. During this dream, she hears a gentle, reassuring voice say, Allah never lets even the smallest good deed go to waste. It is the absolute perfect summary of her experiences, and this spiritual reassurance causes Amina to wake up the next morning with a massive smile on her face.
All right, Section 5, Your Real Treasure. Amina is excited, but she really wants to be absolutely sure about how this all works. So she goes to her father and asks him directly if good deeds ever disappear the way other things in life do.
So the crucial point is perfectly captured here, contrasting worldly things that fade with the enduring nature of our spiritual actions. Her dad explains that in the physical world, money disappears, toys become old, they break, they get lost, but spiritually, every single good deed stays with you and earns an enduring reward from Allah. It's a beautifully simple contrast.
Which brings us to the core, overarching moral of our explainer today. The smallest act of kindness, done sincerely for Allah, can earn great rewards. You absolutely do not need a massive platform, endless free time, or deep pockets to be impactful. Sincerity and just a willingness to help in small ways are what truly matter.
And this isn't just theory, guys. If you have kids, or honestly, even just for yourself, there are incredibly practical ways to practice kindness today. Smile at someone, help your parents out, share what you have, say Assalamu Alaikum, speak kindly, make dua for others. These are super accessible daily opportunities to earn those great rewards. And remember, kindness is really just one piece of a much larger puzzle. As we've seen, there's a whole universe of beautiful Islamic values needed to build a truly strong character. Honesty, gratitude, patience, respecting parents, prayer, trusting Allah, every single one of these is just another glowing flower waiting to be planted in your daily life.
To wrap up our explainer today, I want to leave you with the final provocative question. What small act of kindness will you do today? Don't let this just be another piece of information you passively consumed. Turn this learning into immediate action. Step away from the screen, find an opportunity, and plant your own glowing flower today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I absolutely can't wait to learn with you next time.